Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Money Markets. You are actually with me, Che Yusuf. It's another week in terms of the market overview of the week, whereby we go into fundamental analysis to see what type of news are coming this week, as well as to take a little bit of technical analysis. But just a recap from last week, I mean, we've seen a lot of some crazy movement in terms of the market. We see the GDP from US coming out, pushes the all instruments like US 30, Nasdaq, S&P 500 all the way to the lower zone, and then they started picking up again all the way to close the market at the week at a higher position. One of the interesting news that comes last week, it was also Nvidia. Nvidia, one of the tech companies that has been driving crazy the market. The market has been crazy because of this the tech giants, the magnificent one, in terms of technology and AI. So these guys, they reported their earnings, above the estimation numbers, and they keep on going all the way higher and higher again. Another interesting news that comes again last week, it's a game store. I'm not sure if a lot of people know about the game store. So the game store, it's one of the stock for a company that sells video games and so on and so forth in US. And these guys, I think it was 2-3 years ago, they were actually going down because of people, they were getting into tech games. You were having games on the phone. You didn't need actually to go to a shop and buy a game. So the stock price of those guys, they were actually depreciating, and a lot of big companies, they shorten the stock prices then because of how the generation is changing, or how the technology is growing. But there was a one person that actually rescued everything from GameStop. That was Robin Hood. Robin Hood's the guy who have a broker. It's the name of the broker. In fact, these guys, they send the indicators, predict that if a lot of people actually buy, small guys with a small amount of money who buy that specific stock, definitely we can beat the guys, the bigger banks or the bigger investment that put a big amount of money in a market. And now we're going to start raising that stock price and becoming a better stock price. So it happened like that. A lot of people, small guys, buy. There's actually a movie that you can go, check it out. It's about Robin Hood and the GameStop. So we saw again the earnings of GameStop. Since then, it's been growing. They come up with a different technology, starting taking their games and putting into, into technologies, into phones, and selling it to a different software companies and so on. So it surpasses again the estimation numbers. It's one of the company listed as well in Nasdaq. So yeah, that was very interesting in terms of last week and what is. Good morning, man. Good morning. Welcome to a weekly market outlook. The week where we actually go through in terms of the fundamental news of the week, and as well as a little bit of a technical analysis. So what we do every week, we go through the news that are actually going to happen for this week, and as well as try to see what type of instrument we can concentrate and be able to actually take advantage and make something out of it. All right. So the disclaimer is that this information is purely, for education purposes. It's not actually direct and letting you, know that you can buy this type of instrument or sell this type of instrument. So right, before we waste more time, right now we are looking at, the fundamental news of the week. In terms of starting from today, Monday, June the 3rd, we can see there's not much in terms of high impact volatility, but we are catching 3:45 p.m. a final manufacturing PMI from United States. So we're expecting again, a high impact volatility from United States Day. All right, let's go for week. All right. So moving on, the other volatility, I think they're starting actually on Tuesday, but the other news that we are seeing today is the OPEC meetings. The OPEC meetings, they started from yesterday all the way to today. So we're expecting also to see a little bit of movement in terms of Brent oil, and as well as, crude oil, WTI. Yeah, that's what is driving the market at the moment in the morning in terms of Monday morning. Going on Tuesday, there's a CPI from Swiss franc. is happening at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So high impact volatility from Swiss instrument and as well as all correlated instrument to that. 4 p.m. we are seeing a job openings from US. Again, a high movement there. We are expecting high movement to all instrument like US 30, NASDAQ, S&P 500 to actually see where the market is going to be put. Last week, the market dropped a little bit. The market, all the stocks closed on Friday at a little bit lower than the other week. So we're anticipating to see what is going to happen this week. So moving on Wednesday, June the 5th, there's a GDP from Australian dollar. We're expecting AUD to have high impact volatility. There is going to happen 3:30 a.m. That's the Sydney session. Moving on, there's a non-farm employment change from 215 from US. Again, 345 Bank of Canada actually speaking. So high impact coming from Canadian dollar and all correlated instrument, as well as from ADP non-farm employment change. From US, we're expecting high movement to a dollar instrument and all correlated instrument there. 2:15 p.m., there's a Euro-man refining rate and monetary policy statement again coming from Europe. 2:30 p.m., there's an employment claim. 2:45 p.m., there's European Central Bank press conference. I believe maybe President Jess, she's going to be the one who's going to be speaking on that European Central Bank press conference. All right, that's what happened on Thursday. Moving on Friday, the last day of the week, 2:30 p.m., there's Canadian employment change. We are seeing it as well, 2:30 p.m., average hour earnings, and the biggest one of the week, it's non-farm payroll. So we are actually anticipating to see how the market is going to perform regarding non-farm payroll of this week. All right. So those are the news that are coming this week. We are seeing a little bit of GDPs coming up. Non-farm payroll as a big one. Monetary policy from Europe. So very, very exciting, very, very volatility week in terms of, high impact movement in the market. All right. So let's just check a little bit of the market, how it's looking at the moment, and where do we think it's gonna happen, in the past 2-3 days for this week. Okay. All right, man. So most of the time, what we do, we look at the NASDAQ, look at the way NASDAQ is actually dipping, but it corrects all the way up again. And today, because of there's no much in terms of the high impact volatility, I'm anticipating it to actually drop a little bit, but we do have one fundamental that is coming from US. It's actually happening today. It's let me see, US final manufacturing PMI around 3:45 to 4 p.m. So yeah, that's where we're anticipating maybe a dip to 18,460, somewhere around there. But I'm not really, anticipating to push all the way down. But if the numbers of news that they're going to happen is going to be positive, then maybe this is where we are looking. A bullish movement goes all the way to 18,725. So same as USDT, it did the same thing, catches the U10 all the way, it dipped the whole week, but now starting catching the U10 and pushing the price all the way up. As well as the way we're saying, if the numbers they're going to be positive, that will be a bullish movement that we're anticipating today. Because of we need to actually push the price back to where it was, around 39,000. Same as NASDAQ, around 18,700, somewhere around there. Then once it get there, during the week, it will start dipping up bit by bit. And then when NFP numbers come, and if it is surpassed the estimation numbers, that's when we're going to see a bullish movement, a recovery again, and close the market on Friday above as well where it is at 39,000. So the move here goes all the way up, touches this during the week, starting dipping a little bit. It might go all the way down. If you follow the trend, you can follow the trend of it. During the NFP from Thursday, Friday, it will push the price all the way up and close at 39,000, or even goes all the way to 40,000 mark. So that's in terms of Nas100 and as well as US30. The other instrument that we do pay attention, remember these days we are doing pairs, UK 100 as well as German 30. UK 100, we see the same thing type of happen, dipping the price all the way down, pushes the price up. And today there's not much in terms of Euro news. So definitely the anticipation here is the price to dip a little bit, right? Price maybe to come somewhere around here. So expecting the price movement to come all the way here. It might break during the week, maybe by tomorrow when the ECB starts speaking, maybe goes all the way down and goes all the way up again. So, but the highest position that we are anticipating this instrument to get, it should be this. This is the highest position that we're anticipating to get, but I'm thinking it will come this side first, then during the week it start picking up, goes all the way up. So that's what I'm thinking about. UK 100, FTSE 100 drop, goes all the way again up around Wednesday when the European Central Bank speaking, breaks this level, goes all the way to 8,437. German 30 sitting at 18,655. I think it's going to perform the same thing. Maybe again to close this gap, comes all the way to 18,521. From there, then it starts. This is where it's actually, we're actually looking to get this position. We're anticipating to get here from Thursday, Friday, based on the news that will come from European Central Bank. So, right, we look at these two pairs. The other two pairs that a lot of people have been asking me, it's gold and silver. So we can see gold has been dipping all the way up and now it's actually collecting. This is actually what I'm thinking is going to correct this instrument at least to get to this level, right? Collection at least to get to this level and see if it's going to be able to break all the way up. But during the week from Wednesday, Thursday, it might break all the way, go to 2,359. Same as silver. Silver has been one of the interesting, instruments. I'm anticipating the same thing to actually again pull up and break this zone. Once it breaks this zone, once it breaks here, then we are looking at this position. But I think it's a bullish movement. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for actually, watching this video. It's about market analysis, fundamental news, as well as a little bit of a technical analysis. Don't forget 360 Capital, they have 50% bonus if you deposit from a minimum of $100 above. So yeah, guys, keep subscribing, share with other guys. Thank you very much. My name is Che Yusuf. Thank you.